vegetable soup. Chowdeck send me vegetable soup. Man, you pay me. Okay, it's inside. Until they not put me to. I gotta open squads the hungry. Funny how cheap this food is. More for Europe, this whole plate like this, like £30. So, £30. I have a cake. Nigerian restaurants abroad, they be thieves. They too cost.
Nice. Smile mo. Smile mo to nazi mo to smile asentu. Sikwele mathemba, sikwele rank mafethu sengadizatha yiso. Sengadizatha yiso. Akusebenze. Share your food. Smile mo to smile.
Like say nobody they use anything for South Africa again.
Mash and mash. Match and mash. International Airport. I want to recognize the presence of the Governor of Abia State, the last Governor of Abia State. I want to recognize his presence. Granted Nigerians 77,800.
Second, he ripped the man's soul right out. Everyone froze on the spot. The man's face was locked in horror. He reached out trying to grab his soul back, but Martial Lord crushed it right then and there. The man dropped dead instantly. After seeing Martial Lord's godlike power, no one dared to resist. Everyone fell to their knees, but one man in sunglasses didn't move. His name was Riddick, the most wanted criminal in the entire universe. Riddick's reaction immediately caught the soldier's attention. The commander stepped forward and warned him, but Riddick didn't even flinch.
Look, I'm not with everyone here, but I will take a piece of him.
You will have. The guards made the first move. A massive axe came swinging down hard, but Riddick dodged every single strike with ease. He reached back with one smooth motion and yanked the dagger right off the guard's back. The fight was over in seconds. Riddick didn't have a scratch on him, and he got revenge for his friend in the process. He turned to walk away, but right at that moment, Martial Lord called out to stop him. He was impressed by Riddick's abilities. He even offered him the dagger as a trophy, and invited him to join his army. But Riddick turned him down flat. Martial Lord's authority was challenged once again. He immediately ordered his men to seize Riddick, and drag him into the base for brainwashing. The tension spiked instantly. Just as both sides were about to explode, the Queen stepped out. She invited Riddick to see their power for himself before making any decision. Riddick nodded and went along. He agreed on the surface, but inside he was already looking for a way out. When he stepped onto the ship though, what he saw made his heart sink. Every surrendered soldier was strapped into a device, forcibly brainwashed and controlled, turned into completely obedient troops, and those with strong enough willpower got sent straight to a dedicated brainwashing chamber. Riddick had no idea he had already walked into a trap.
The more you resist them, the greater the damage will be.
As the door sealed shut, a strange whisper crept into Riddick's ear. He drew his dagger immediately and went on guard. But the next second, the mechanism triggered. A crushing wave of gravity slammed down on him. He was pinned completely unable to move. Then the machine started scanning his memories. But halfway through, Martial Lord's expression completely changed. He discovered Riddick was a Furyen, and 30 years ago, a prophet had told him he would die at the hands of a Furyen. To make sure that prophecy never came true, he wiped out the entire Furyen planet. What he never saw coming was that the last survivor was standing right in front of him. Martial Lord immediately ordered Riddick executed. But right at that moment, someone suddenly shut the device down. Riddick broke free from the restraints and slipped out while he had the chance. But the soldiers were on his tail fast. At the critical moment, the enemy warship suddenly came under attack. A crew of bounty hunters showed up out of nowhere. They grabbed Riddick on the spot and were hauling him straight to the underground prison on Crematoria.
That was good meal.